As digital dentistry becomes increasingly advanced, many clinics may eventually discover that acquiring technology was never the hardest part. Managing complexity may be, because modern digital workflows may quietly introduce operational pressure, technical dependency, staff coordination challenges, and infrastructure management burdens that become increasingly difficult to sustain internally. And as more systems become interconnected, many practices may eventually realize that digital ownership itself can become operationally exhausting. One of the biggest misconceptions in modern dentistry is assuming digital systems become fully solved once they are installed. But advanced workflows may require continuous coordination, ongoing updates, technical troubleshooting, software adaptation, staff retraining, and long-term operational oversight. Because modern dentistry increasingly involves interconnected workflows, cloud communication, treatment planning systems, AI integration, and constantly evolving digital ecosystems. As those systems continue evolving, the operational demands may continue growing as well. Many clinics initially evaluate digital technology based primarily on acquisition cost, but the purchase itself may only represent the beginning of a much longer operational journey. Because once advanced systems become integrated into daily workflows, the clinic may also assume responsibility for maintenance, updates, software compatibility, technical support, workflow continuity, and future system evolution. In many cases, you're not simply buying technology anymore. You're committing to managing an entire digital ecosystem. Another hidden challenge may involve ongoing staff adaptation. Because digital systems continuously evolve, software changes, interfaces update, new integrations appear, and every time a staff member leaves, new software is introduced or workflows change. The clinic may need to reinvest in time, productivity, and organizational energy into retraining once again. Gradually, that process alone may become operationally draining. Another hidden vulnerability may be operational interruption, because highly interconnected systems also become highly interdependent. A scanner issue, software failure, network disruption, or cloud communication problem may eventually affect diagnostics, laboratory coordination, scheduling, treatment planning, and patient workflow continuity simultaneously. And in high digital environments, even relatively small disruptions may create disproportionately large operational consequences. Another factor many clinics may underestimate is physical infrastructure allocation, because advanced imaging systems may require dedicated rooms, shielding, workflow areas, technical layout planning, and additional operational space. And inside increasingly expensive clinical real estate, that space itself may carry substantial economic value. Consider, for example, a clinic that invests $150,000 in a CBCT equipment, $40,000 in digital scanners, software subscriptions, maintenance contracts, training, and ongoing support costs. If utilization remains inconsistent, the technology may consume significant capital while generating limited operational leverage. Meanwhile, the same investment could potentially have been allocated toward additional treatment capacity, expanded clinical services, or increased patient capacity, which illustrates an important point. The challenge is often not the technology itself. The challenge may be achieving sufficient utilization to justify the infrastructure. Historically, many industries eventually evolved toward systems that reduce operational friction, infrastructure burden, and internal complexity. Dentistry may gradually begin moving the same direction, because many clinics may increasingly prioritize workflow efficiency, interoperability, coordinated access to advanced systems, and operational simplicity, rather than independently managing every infrastructure layer internally. In some regions, this shift is already becoming visible. Mobile imaging services, centralized imaging centers, and technology-supported workflow networks are beginning to provide clinics with access to advanced diagnostic capabilities without requiring every practice to build and manage the entire infrastructure independently. And as digital ecosystems continue expanding, models that reduce operational burden may become increasingly attractive. Ultimately, the future challenge of digital dentistry may not simply involve acquiring more technology. It may increasingly involve managing complexity sustainably, and the organizations capable of simplifying coordination, workflows, infrastructure management, and digital operations may gradually become some of the most strategically valuable systems in modern dentistry. As dentistry becomes increasingly digital, the long-term challenge may no longer be technological adoption alone. It may increasingly become operational sustainability. Because once workflows become deeply interconnected, the ability to manage complexity efficiently may become just as important as the technology itself. In upcoming videos, I'll continue exploring workflow sustainability, infrastructure simplification, AI-driven coordination, and how modern dental systems may evolve over the next decade. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.